Welcome back Pokefans to part 6 of my Nuzlocke challenge for Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. Last episode we made our way to Hearttomb City as well as battled Barry after a very long time. And it has been quite good. My Pokemons are currently at a really high level and I'm quite confident that we will be easily able to defeat the third gym leader as well. In this episode we will be moving forward and we'll be making our way to Solaceon ruins. Now you might see an egg in my team and that is the egg that I actually received in Hearttomb City. And unfortunately I did not really record that part for some reason, but I do have it with me. For now I might actually place it back into the box since I don't really have any use of having a new team member. I'm still debating if I do want to use Maya in my team, which is my Meditite. And I'm thinking more on using Bronzor as I've never used it. I have used Meditite in one of the ROM hacks when I played before, so I'm not really sure if I do want to use it. But for now, I'll keep Meditite. Please let me know if you guys are also interested in seeing me use the Bronzor. Anyway, here we are in a new route and I believe that we don't really have much Pokemons to really catch in this route. Most of them are the Pokemons that we already have, and I believe the only new Pokemon that I can actually catch over here is gonna be a Mime Junior, which is quite rare. As I've seen in the data from internet, I can see that it's actually only 5% chance. So I did decide to actually go ahead and go through this whole route. And in the end of this episode, we can just go ahead and catch the Mime Junior. Again, Mime Junior is really not the Pokemon that I want to use in my team. It's not that good. So I don't really mind either way if I can catch it or not. But for the sake of having an encounter, I'll go ahead and try to find it. Until then, we can actually go ahead and go through this route today. Alright, if I remember, Route 209 is not that huge. We do have very less trainers in this route. So I believe we'll be soon making our way to Solaceon ruins, which is quite a nice town. It's quite small, but we do have a few NPCs who can actually give us different items based on the Pokemons that we show them. So this place has been quite interesting. When I went through my playthrough in this for Pokemon Shining Pearl, I did enjoy a lot of catching all of the unknowns. It did take me some time, but it was quite satisfying to have all the 26 letters. That also enabled me to catch the exclamation mark and the question mark unknown as well. Anyway, in this playthrough, I won't be doing that. I will just go ahead and try and catch an unknown for myself, and once that's over, I won't be trying to catch any of those. Anyway, here we have the first trainer of this route, who is actually a Pokemon breeder. Quite nice to see this NPC over here. They are quite rare after all. And they usually tend to have the baby Pokemons, as you can see. So it's really nice to have to battle them because it helps me complete my Pokédex as well. Let's try and see if we can actually complete our Pokédex going through this journey without having too much struggle to find the Pokemons. I believe it's possible. If it is really good. It will actually unlock a few Pokemons that we can rarely get. Anyway, let's focus on defeating this guy over here. It seems like my Starivia is doing quite a good thing over here. Alright, I'm glad that my Luxio is actually around level 27. I believe by the time we go to the third gym, I think my Pokemons will be definitely around level 31 or 32. And here we do get the Good Rod. Alright, that is really good. I might be able to catch some new encounters with the Good Rod in the future episodes. There are still a few more routes where we don't really have an encounter for that route. So in that case, the only other option I have is to use either Honey Tree or use my Good Rod to catch new Pokemons. Alright, I have been getting a lot of these stickers, so I'm wondering if I can actually go ahead and try to put those on the ball capsules. Let me see, in the future I will definitely try and do that. I mean, I really like those smaller animations in this game. I feel like these small things, even the contest actually divides and separates this game from the others. It makes this game quite unique for me, and I really like this about that. Anyway, here we have twins. Again, it's a reference to the Pokemons that we get as a version exclusive. And since they are still at level 19, I can easily take them down. Now, I was expecting the trainers to have Pokemons at least around level 25, since we did have trainers around level 19 back in 208. But I guess not. Anyway, this does make us have an easier time through this route, but it doesn't really give us that amount of Pokemon or experience. Anyway, I believe that there is one special area in Route 209, and I believe it's that tower that we have. And I think I'll actually go ahead and make my way through it. We do get an extra encounter, as well as I guess the TM over there, TM or an important HM, so we do have to make our way through over there. I believe it's the HM for strength, but I'm not really sure. Initially in my playthrough, I had actually forgotten that we have to go through that, especially in my Shining Pearl playthrough, but I do have that in my mind over here, so we can actually cover it today in this episode. Try and get that important HM that we do need to proceed through this game. Alright, so here is a kid using a Pikachu. This is actually one of those trainer sets that we do have in most of the games. It's quite nice to see them, and it's quite nice to see the dedication that people have for the Pikachu in this game. I mean, it definitely has a special place in everyone's heart. Anyway, let's go ahead and take it down in 2 hits. I mean, again, it's quite easy to take down these Pokemon since they are quite low leveled. Alright, seems like most of my Pokemons are around the level of the final evolutions. But I'm not really sure at what level Starivia actually evolves. I believe it's around level 30 or 32 maybe. And Shellos, I still believe it will actually evolve at level 30, so we might have it evolving in the next episode or this episode if it's possible. Anyway, here we have another breeder, and of course she has a baby Pokemon, and it's gonna be Mime Jr. Alright, it's nice to see that Mr. Mime had a pre-evolution added over here as Mime Jr. But I still wish it had another evolution. I mean, Mr. Mime is quite good, but it's defensively not really great. It can be taken down pretty easily with one hit, so I feel like it's still in its middle stages and could have gotten another evolution. Anyway, we can actually easily take down this Mime Jr. with the help of Luxio, as it does have Bite. I feel like only Luxio in my team has a dark type move and none of the others. I'm hoping someone will at least learn one more move, so I do have another Pokemon just in case. But for now it seems like Luxio is the only one. Alright, and this trainer actually has a Cleffa. So Cleffa is quite rare. Again, we can actually find Cleffa back in Mount Coronet. It is the path which we went through where we actually caught, I think, Chingling. So we do have an option of catching Cleffa over there, which is quite nice. But we still have a chance of catching its evolution form as well. So I'm not really sure what I would do with a Cleffa. Of course, it is again a friendship evolution and quite difficult, just like Badoo. And talking about Badoo, here it is. I mean, I was not expecting her to have one, but I guess not. Anyway, it was quite nice to see Cleffa, as it actually helps me with my Pokédex. Since I never encountered one before, I will be actually recording its data in this battle. That was quite nice. And we have defeated this Pokemon breeder. Alright. Well, it seems like we are almost at the end of Route 209. And here we do get star stickers. Now, in all the stickers that we have in this game, I feel like these star stickers are really amazing. I think it will actually help me highlight Luxio even more since it's shiny and stars do go well with it. Alright, I thought that trainer was actually gonna be battling us, but I guess not. Let me actually go ahead and get an item that we only get over here. And I guess we can actually go through. There is only one pair of trainers that is actually left over here. And here we have a calcium. So that is actually a really good item. I'm glad I came till here. But let me actually just talk to this trainer once more, just in case he has any items. And I guess not. Okay. Alright, here we have another trainer and we can actually go ahead and battle her. Alright, it's the first time I'm actually seeing a cowgirl. Maybe I might have battled one before, but it's quite nice to see one here. Alright, she still has a Bidoof. I mean, at least you could have evolved it at this point, and I guess not. Seems to be like the Bidoof is still lower level than the other trainers' Pokemons, which is at level 14. Alright, she has another one. I guess she only has Bidoos at this point. At least this one is at level 15. Oh, just wonder if she just has all Pokemons as Bidoos in her team. That would be actually very funny, considering that we just met a trainer who had Magikarps in his team. So this would be equally ridiculous. And it seems like it's gonna be true. I mean, each of these Bidoos do have a level higher than the other one, but it's still a Bidoof and we can easily take it down. Alright, that was the third one. I think she has two more. Yup. Here comes the fourth one, which is at level 15. Okay, I was expecting it to be at least level 17, but I guess not. Alright, still very easy to take down. It's quite under-leveled anyway, and it's really not giving me any experience. I'm actually regretting battling this trainer because the only thing that happened is me losing the PP items from my Pokemon. Alright, thankfully this is the last Bidoof, so we can get over it. Yup, I did not expect this game to give me more than Magikarps, but apparently it did. Now we have a trainer with 6 Bidoofs. I do really feel bad for her. I mean, she should have got some other Pokemons in her team, but anyway, here we have one more item. We just need Cut. Like, I do realize that the one other good thing that they did in this game is that we don't really have to carry Pokemons with specific TMs. Unless it's a cave, then we do need a Pokemon which has Flash. But other than that, we are actually quite good. Anyway, here we are in the tower, and I believe we have an encounter over here as well. I will of course go ahead and battle all the trainers over here and try to pick up all the items. There are a few of these really good items and I do want to pick them up. Anyway, here we have our first trainer who has a Stunky. Alright, so this is the first time we're actually seeing a Stunky, and I believe we have a chance to catch it in the future. Not in the near future because I don't think we get Stunky until Route 211. But for now, this is quite good for our Pokédex. Alright, I did have to actually switch out as I was not really sure what Stunky would do. I mean, considering it is part Dark type, or at least it's gonna be part Dark type, and I did not want to risk losing my Meditite. Anyway, here Shell Loss does have Mud Slap. I mean, it's Not really a good move, but I guess it's better than not having any ground type moves. And thankfully we were able to take down the Stunky in 2 hits. Now I have used Stunky before and it's one of those Pokemons that can actually surprise you. It's really good defensively and it does have a good attack as well. So if you haven't really used a Stunky, go ahead and use it. It's a really good Pokemon. Alright, his second Pokemon is actually a Cricketune, which is quite easy to actually defeat. Staravia can actually take it down with a Wing Attack. Now my Staravia is at level 27 and it hasn't still learned any new flying type moves. The only move I have been having on my Staravia ever since it was around level 10 is Wing Attack. I'm actually hoping it will learn another move sooner because this is ridiculous. I mean, it is a part flying type after all. So I'm actually expecting it will learn some other flying type moves other than, the normal type moves that it actually has. Now over here you might see my Badoo, who is called Rosa, just like the older one in my other game. I did decide to add it since my Sinnoh was getting over-leveled and I really didn't want it to be over-leveled at this point. I mean, it's nice to have a Pokemon which is higher leveled and stronger, but I think I should be not doing that here in the Nuzlocke challenge. So I did decide to just train up my Badoo and try to gain its friendship level. Maybe if I do need to use it in the future, I might be easily able to evolve it and use it. Anyway, seems like it's having some issues taking down this Shellos. I mean, I do understand it's still a Badoo. And of course, it's quite underleveled, so I think this is the best way. Alright, Meditite is confused, which is quite bad. I was not expecting it to get confused from that Water Pulse, but it's quite rare. I mean, I have been using Water Pulse for so many times till now and not once has the opposite Pokemon gotten confused. So this is actually ridiculous. It's funny that the AI does get everything where when we try we usually don't get it. Anyway, it seems like at least it's hitting the Shellos and not itself. I'm hoping it will stop getting confused after this, but let's see. And yep, thankfully it did snap out of the confusion without any issues and we were easily able to take down the Shellos. Alright, I think that's all the Pokemons that he had. And I guess finally we can actually pick up the item that's right next to him. So let's go ahead and do that. Well, it seems like the item is an oval stone. So this is quite nice. If you do have the Happiny hatch from the egg, I think you can actually easily go ahead and evolve it with this oval stone. So that's actually quite nicely placed. But unfortunately, even though we do get an oval stone over here, we do have a chance of directly catching a Chansey in Route 209. So not really sure the purpose of keeping Chansey in this route. I mean, they could have at least kept it in a further routes, maybe 2 more routes over. That way the trainer would have had a chance of either evolving his Happiny or waiting until they get a chance to catch that Chansey. But anyway, I guess some of these things in the game is really not thought through. Other than that, we have encountered a Ghastly. So this is actually going to be our encounter for this tower area. Let me go ahead and actually try and catch this Ghastly. It's quite nice, but unfortunately, I can't really evolve it completely into a Gengar. I guess it will be stuck as a hunter in this game unless I try and find a way to actually trade it and evolve it. Alright, it seems like I'm having a bit of a trouble to catch it. Thankfully, Poncharisu did wake up and thankfully it did paralyze the Ghastly as well. That is actually perfect. Let me actually try and catch it over here. Alright, we did go ahead and use the Pokeballs that is still lying around. I mean, since I do not really catch too many Pokemons, I still have the initial Pokeballs still left. I have not really gone to the shop to buy Pokeballs. Seriously, this is the initial Pokeballs that I got from the game itself and the Pokeballs that I just picked around the route, so it's quite nice. Anyway, regarding the encounters in this route, I always forget to use my super repels. I have bought a few, but I keep forgetting to use it, so I sometimes just encounter random Pokemons over here. Thankfully, here we have another Roughneck, okay, with a Cleffa, okay. I was not expecting that. I thought he might have a Stunky or, Geodude as they usually have, but not a Cleffa. Anyway, the one big mistake I did over here is to have Cleffa up in front with my Meditite, which as you can see was pretty bad. I mean, Cleffa does have a fairy type move and it's quite effective against my Meditite. I do not know what I was doing over there, but as soon as I came to know that Meditite might have a chance of losing, so I did go ahead and switch out in this area. I guess I do have to keep in mind that even though it's a Cleffa, it does still have a fairy type move and can be quite dangerous. This actually reminds me that I might have to add a Stunky to my team. I really need a poison type Pokemon to counterattack all of these fairy type Pokemons. I'm pretty sure we'll see a lot of them in the future and I might have some issues if I go with my current team, as none of them can really learn a poison type move. Maybe if I do catch a Stunky in the future, I think we'll find one right outside of the next town that we go to. I guess I'll try my best to catch one over there. Alright, here we have a Revive. Okay. Not really helpful for me, but I guess I can actually sell it and get some Pokemoney. Other than that, we have one more trainer in this floor, so let's quickly go ahead and battle him. Alright, I guess this is the first time I'm actually seeing a Pokefan character. And of course they have a Pichu. I should have expected it as soon as I saw their sprite, but I guess not. Anyway, we should be able to take it down pretty easily, and as long as I don't give it a physical attack, we won't get the static either. So that is quite good. Alright, let's see what Pokemon they have next, and of course they have a Pikachu. Alright, so this is quite nice to see a Pikachu with a Pichu. And of course I'll try not to actually have any physical moves again, just in case Pikachu has static ability. That would actually, paralyze me and make it more difficult. Alright, and Pikachu goes down as well. They have one final Pokemon, so I'm actually quite curious to see what it's gonna be. Alright, it seems like Meditite is learning a new move, Mind Reader. I do not want it. And of course they have another Pichu. Okay, I guess I was expecting a Raichu over here since we did see both Pichu and Pikachu, but I guess not. Anyway, we were able to take down the Pichu in one hit as well. And we can move on. I guess one more floor left before we go to the end of this tower. Alright, let me go ahead and climb up the stairs. And yep, we do have one more floor with a lot of trainers, surprisingly. Alright, we are going to be having a few double battles as well. That is quite nice. And of course we have a Pokefan lady with a Bonzi over here as well. Alright, I guess in this sprite we saw around 2 to 3, 4 Bonzis, but I guess she only has one of them. Anyway, we were able to almost take it down. Like, I guess I was not expecting it to have sturdy over there, but it does have it. Alright, now I'm paralyzed, so I do not know if this move will actually hit. Thankfully, it did do contact and we were able to take down the boundary as well. Alright, so that is over. Let's quickly go ahead and have the double battle that's actually waiting. We have around 2 trainers and here they are. Alright, let's see what Pokemons these guys will have. And of course, it's a Ranchers. Okay, I guess it's new names for NPCs these days. And it seems like they have a Bizzle and a Ponyta. Quite nice to see them. I will definitely go ahead and try to take down the Ponyta in one hit since I do have Shellos in the beginning. Not really sure if my Meditite can move since it's partially paralyzed. Alright, we are using Water Pulse and we were able to take down the Ponyta. That is pretty cool. I have heard a lot about Bizzle. I mean, I know that it's quite a speedy Pokemon, but I feel like it doesn't really have that much of a defense. That might be the negative point for it. I mean, I do prefer Shellos more than Bizzle. Not just because it's not that good at its defense, but also because it's only, it's only water type Pokemon and not having a dual typing like Shellos. Anyway, we were easily able to take it down. Alright, there's another item that we can actually pick up. I wonder what it is. I'm actually hoping to find some really good items in this tower. And seeing that it's actually a lot of graves around us, I am not really sure if I'm picking up the items that were left as a gift for these graves or if they were just dropped by. Either way, we have picked them, so I guess it's guilty or not at this point. Other than that, we have another pair of trainers over here. And I guess not. Okay. Okay, that was actually an encounter. I thought it was just, the 2 trainers that I was battling, and I was actually quite confused to see a Zubat, but that was actually just a random encounter. And here we have 2 other Pokemon. So these are also version exclusive. You can find Murkrow only in Pokemon Shining Pearl, and it's only found in Eterna Forest during the night time. Whereas Mischievous is usually found only in Brilliant Diamond and you can only find it in Eterna Forest during the night time. I think both of these Pokemons are really good. Murkrow is of course, I guess, a dual type Pokemon and I feel like it's a bit better than Mischievous. But Murkrow is a part flying and dark type. If you want to have a unique flying type Pokemon other than Togekiss, I feel like Murkrow is the option for you. I mean, it's really good at that. Other than that, Mischievous is quite good on its own. I have used Mischievous before. Now it does need a special item to evolve and I believe both of them need the same item. I think it's Dust Stone if I remember. And I feel like Miss Magius is also a really good Pokemon. It's quite solid and it doesn't really go down that easily. It has a bit good of defense and even though the move pool is not that great, it does learn a lot of moves through TM. So if you want, you can try and use it. It does have a variety of moves it can actually use and that means you have more strategies with it. Finally, we are at the end of this tower. This is the last room and if we talk to this first guy, he gives us a cleanse tab. Quite nice to keep the Pokemons away, but that is not why I came here. It's actually for this guy right here. And he has TM 96. That is actually strength in this game. And it's one of those hidden moves which you really need to move on with this game. So this part is quite necessary and I think it was quite easy. Anyway, we are back on Route 209 and I think we have one more trainer to actually battle, one pair of trainer to battle right here. So let's quickly defeat them and finally go to Solaceon Ruins. Alright, they have a Machop and a Meditite. Oh, cool. And of course, I still have my Meditite in the beginning. It's still a bit underleveled than the other Pokemons in my team. I mean, I totally understand that I recently caught it. Anyway, it does have some really good moves to take down the Machop, which was quite easy. Alright, let's see if Shellos can actually take down Meditite over here. And of course, Shellos is at level 27 and Staravia finally is learning Air Release. Alright, it took a lot of time for Staravia over here to learn a better flying type move, and it has definitely not disappointed me. Air Release is a really good move. It has 100% accuracy and you do not have to worry about it not hitting. It will definitely hit the opponent at all times. That is quite great. Anyway, we were sadly not able to take down the Meditite in one hit, and of course it goes for Detect this turn. This is just a waste of a turn, especially since I can't really hit it. Anyway, let's try that one again, and we should be able to take it down this turn. Alright, and that is done. So that's all on Route 9. We have gone ahead and battled all the trainers, picked up all the items that we had, as well as cleared the tower to get our strength HM. I guess it's called TM in this game and not actually HM, which is quite good. Now that we are going to Solaceon town, I did decide to actually switch back my Monferno into the team, and for now Badu will be in the box. I guess it doesn't really matter. I don't think its friendship level will be actually affected by being in the box. So I'll keep it over there for now. And we have picked out all the berries over here. So I guess I can just go ahead and heal my Pokemons as well. Now let's talk to this NPC. He does have different Pokemon that we can actually find for him. Sadly, he did say Glamia, which obviously I can't really catch for now, so I won't be getting any items. Usually, if he does give you a Pokemon that you already have, I would recommend just going ahead and showing him that Pokemon. That way, he will actually give you a variety of Pokeballs. So some days he might give you Great Balls, sometimes Quick Balls, sometimes Dust Balls. But it's quite helpful. I mean, it will at least save you from buying all of these Pokeballs every single time. Anyway, we are making our way to Solaceon Ruins, and I just picked up a hidden item right over there. And here is the entrance. Alright, so let's go ahead and enter it. We do have a chance of getting one encounter over here, so I'm glad to take it. And I will try and get all of these hidden items over here. I mean, I do know the way I need to go through around this area, but I really don't know where all the hidden items are. So I might actually go ahead and enter all of these rooms just to make sure. Oops. Anyway, we are gonna be going to this room over here. Again, no items. And of course, we do have to talk to this NPC over here. He is quite special. He'll be giving us different kinds of Pokeballs if we show different forms of unknown. So that's actually quite unique as well. And I think since I do have one at least, I might actually go ahead and show him that unknown just to see what item we get. And here is our encounter. Alright. So it's gonna be a R unknown, and I guess this is the one of those unknowns that you find in this passage. As far as I know, you only find unknowns with the letters from friends in this route. The other ones you do have to actually find them in these very small rooms that you saw before. But for now, we'll try and catch this one. I mean, I'm really not gonna be using it, but for the sake of encounter, again, it's quite nice to have it. And we have caught it. Alright, so that was pretty easy. And now that we have caught it, we can actually go ahead and battle this one trainer that we have over here, and then move on. Alright, seems like Ponsorisu is finally learning a Electro Ball, which is quite unique. It's only Pikachu and Ponsorisu that learns this move, and I'm quite happy to have it over here. Now that I have got my encounter in this route, we can actually go ahead and battle this trainer over here as well. It's quite surprising that we have only one trainer in this area. I mean, I know it's quite small, but I was expecting a bit more of these Ruin Maniac NPCs over here, but I guess we only got one. Anyway, it's nice to have Maya in front. I mean, it's part fighting type, so it can easily take down these ground type Pokemons as well. Alright, there goes down the Geodude. Let's see. Yup, he has a Bronzor. Quite nice to see one. Again, it makes me feel like I want to use that Bronzor in my team. But I feel like at the same time Meditite is really good for now. So I might actually switch out to Bronzor once we finish the third gym. Until then, I will try and defeat it with my Shellos. I don't really have any other Pokemon to really take it down. And it's quite nice to see it use Gyro Ball. Again, not the really good move against my Shellos, but at least it tried. And we have taken it down. Alright, so that is over. And of course, we do have another Geodude coming out. I think Shellos can take it down as well. I feel like Shellos is so close to evolution right now. I mean, I think only 3 more turns, 3 more levels, that is. And we will be having a Gastrodon of our own. That makes me really excited to have it. Anyway, we have defeated this trainer, so let's quickly explore this whole ruin. I think we do have to go down here to go through to get the hidden item. Apparently not. Okay. I guess we have no hidden item in this level. Okay, I was wrong. We did have this escape rope over here. Quite nice. Alright, let's move on and go through the right way. And of course go through over here just to check out if we have any items, which we don't. Thankfully we have only one more route, and that's going down right here. And of course again we have 3 more of these stairs. And here we have the encounter of the E unknown. Now I already have a Pokemon in this area, so I can't really catch it, but it's really nice to see it over here. Kinda looks like a fork, if you ask me. Alright, here we have another item, which is a big mushroom. Quite helpful as it does help us learn some new moves in the future. And no items over here. Alright. I guess I did come from that way, so I do have to go to the other side. And of course I find the fork again. Alright, let me actually run away from it. As I really don't want to catch it, I do not want to waste my time, taking it down. Anyway, we are almost at the end of this area. Anyway, I think 1 more stairs and we should be there. Alright, no hidden item over there. And so this is actually where I had to come. So I guess we were almost at the end anyway. We did get a rare candy, a nugget. And I believe we have 2 plates over here. One is the mind plate right here. This is actually quite useful. I can actually equip it to my Meditite. That will actually help it a lot. Well, it seems like we also get a odd incense. Now both mind plate and odd incense are kind of the same item. It doesn't really matter which one you equip, they do the same thing. They just boost up psychic type moves. So I guess I was not really expecting to see 2 different items that do the same thing in the same place. Anyway, it's still fine by me. We have, of course, done everything we had to do in this episode. I know this is a bit of a small episode today, but we did go to Route 209 and come to Solaceon Ruin, just like how I planned for this one. So I think I'll go ahead and end out this episode soon. There is just one more thing to do, and that is to just go ahead and talk to that little boy who we saw back in Solaceon ruins. Of course, we do have to go all the way through in order to talk to him again. So let me make my way over there. Well, I believe this is the house, and yep, here he is. So it seems like he's actually researching unknown. That's quite nice. And since we already have one, we can actually go ahead and just show it to him. Let's see what item we get. And he has actually given us a ball capsule. Alright. At this point, I believe he only gives us ball capsules if we show different forms of unknown. So that is quite unique. I guess it's quite nice as well. Well, now that we are here, let me actually use these ball capsules and show you guys what I've really done with it. Alright, here are all my team members, and this is Mount Coronet and its preview. Quite unique. I really didn't have too many fire stickers, so I did have to work with the ones I had. Here is Solaceon, and it looks so cute. I really like this one a lot. Thankfully, we did have some black hearts as well as water bubble stickers, so that was quite kind of cool. Here is my favorite. It's actually Luxio, and it has the star stickers, so that is amazing. If I do find more star stickers, I'll go ahead and use it on my Luxio ball capsule. Alright, here is our Staravia. Again, I did go ahead and use these sky stickers, which looks pretty cool. Finally, we have our Meritite, who I'm currently using. I might actually switch it up and use Bronzor later, but for now, I really like the flower stickers for Meritite. It looks amazing. Anyway, that is all the, I guess, ball capsule animations that I had to show you guys. And since we are here in Solaceon town, I'll be ending out this episode. So thank you all for watching. See you guys in the next one.